Okay, we're going to look at the Year 7 non-calculator question paper. So we've got to scrap this, can't use that, we've got to have our wits about us. So, cracking on, question number 1. And it's asking us to find the highest common factor. So, we're going to look at factors of 18 and 24. List these out in pairs. 1 matches with 18. 2 matches with 9. 3 matches with 6. All right, does 4 work? 4 times something to give you 18? No. Does 5 work? No. And then you're back round to 6. So we've got all the factors. 24. Let's look at that. So we start with 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Does 5 work? No. And then we're just looking for the highest common factor. So let's have a look. 6 is in there. 9, 18. So look, we've got 6. So all you need to do is you've got your 6 here. Part B, find the lowest common multiple. So multiples are the times table of for each of these numbers. So what we're looking at is going up in 16s. All right, so going up in 16s. All right, and then we're going to go up in 20s, 20, 40, etc. So we can see that actually it's better to use the biggest one and then see if the smaller one fits in, basically. So if we use 20, 40, 60, doesn't look like 16 is going to go into that. The next one's 80. Oh, hang on, right, we've got 8 times table. So actually 80 is going to be the first one where that appears. So 80 is the lowest common multiple here. So we've got that. Next up, number 2. Write these numbers in order of size. Okay, so start with the smallest. Now, this is an old trick here, basically, that they give you different numbers of decimal places. So let's start off by just listing these out and making them to all the same number of decimal places. So the longest one here has got 3 decimal places. So let's kind of do that. So we're going to turn 0.56 into 0.560. Then we've got 0.067, 0.6, add those 2 noughts on there, right, 650, 0.605. So we've listed them out, and let's just kind of think, well, which order they go in? And we're going to write that order down here. So smallest one, that's number 1. Have we got anything that's next one? Well, look, the next one here is 0.560. Then we've got 600, 605, and then we've got 650. So all you need to do is just read these off one by one now and put them on your line. 0.067. It seems basic, but the number of people who mess this up is pretty large. So actually, look, I'm just putting exactly as it was there. Next one was number 3 there, which was actually written as 0.6. Number 4, 0.605. And the last one was actually 0.65, 0.65. All right, we started with the smallest. All right, we're just checking back on that one. All right, next up. So what we could do here is turn them all to a common denominator, or you could just know what these are as decimals. So we've got a half is 0.5, 2/3 is 0.6 recurring, 2/5 is 0.4, and then we've got 0.75. So we can actually put these in size order. The smallest one here, so that's 0.4 first. Second one, we've got to do 0.5, 0.6 recurring, and 0.75. So we reference these back. So the smallest one was 0.4, which actually was 2/5. Then we've got a half. Then we've got 2/3, and then we've got 3/4. The other way to do this is to get this common denominator and just keep it in as fractions altogether. So I'll do that as a kind of OR method in a different colour. So let's look at this. We've got 2, 3, 5 and 4. So if we go up and find the lowest common multiple of all those numbers, we're going to come to the number, well, let's try something. The biggest one there is 5. Could try 10. That's not going to work. We need times by 3 as well. We need 3 in there. So we've got 30. Will 4 go into that? No. Let's times another by 2. So we're going to have 30 times by 2 again, so 60. Will they all go into 60? So let's pick 60 and see if that works here and turn them all into something out of 60. So to get a half, well, that's going to be 30 out of 60. Here we're going to have to multiply through by 20. So that's going to be 40 there. We're going to have to multiply this by 12, so we're going to get 24. And then we're going to multiply this through by 15. So we're going to get 45. And then we've got our ordering again. We'll look smallest to biggest as before.